Vanessa.
Hi, Donna.
Hi, how are
I'm all
you?
right. How are you?
How are you? Good. Oh, I'm very well. Hello, everybody. Come in. All come
Come
into the
in.
front.
There's plenty of room.
Coming in now, so please come in. And can you tell us where you're from? We've got lots of people already. My goodness.
They're all flooding in.
Flooding in. Come on, come up to the front and say hello. Lovely to see you all. Okay, so today we've got our Disney webinar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just get my slides here so we're ready to go. Here we go. Okay,
Oh,
and
been
we got spend
longer.
longer. Well, you win the prize, Giovanna, for the most beautiful place so far. Rome. Hello,
Hi,
Celestina.
Leanna.
Hi,
Senegalia.
Leanna. Hello. Oh, Mickey's happy to see you again. He saw you yesterday. Senegalia. Lovely to see you all. Lovely to see you all. Okay. And we got lots and lots of people here. Milan. So we got north, south, east, and west. Hi then. Lovely to see you all. Okay.
Calabria.
Calabria, wow. So,
Fiesole.
well, I'll move on. And today we're going to be looking at inspiring young minds with our the new Disney stars and heroes. Yes, Mickey is
Yay.
really, really, really excited. Okay, and you've got a Mickey, haven't you, from London there,
I've got a
Vanessa? Is
London
he a
Mickey. Yes.
he's a
If you
yeoman of
go
the
to London,
guard,
you can
isn't
buy a
he?
Mickey.
Yeah,
You
he's
can
a
buy a
yeoman of the
Beefeater
guard.
Mickey. See on
Okay.
his foot, he's got Disney London.
Is he a yeoman of the guard? He looks
He
like
is a
he's one of
beefeater. He is a yeoman of the guard. Yes,
the yeoman of the guard. So they're the king and queen's bodyguards, aren't they?
that's
Very nice.
right. Yes.
And remember we got Billy Bot as well. Yes, absolutely. And Go Kids Gold. So if you'd like to see one of these courses, please ask your Pearson Sanoma representative. Okay, so Vanessa, let's start with a hugging breath. Yes,
Okay, right.
he
I'm
is
just going to put Mickey
happy.
down over here. So this is a moment. Oh, school has finished for the holidays. Let's dedicate this time to ourselves. So this is called a hugging breath. And this is exactly what it does. We do this, we hug ourselves because we deserve it. So let's just find our breath. So just breathing in and breathing out, okay? And just bringing ourselves into the present. And on your next in breath, give yourself a nice hug, okay? So breathing in. And then on your out breath, open your arms and stretch out as you're welcoming to give the next hug. And then breathing in again. Make your breath in a little bit longer if you can, and then breathing out again. Welcome, opening your arms, welcoming the next hug, okay? And make this even tighter because you deserve it. Everyone's worked hard. And then just drop your arms by the side and just ask yourself, notice anything different. If there's anything different, if there isn't, if it's just the same, maybe there's a change in your mood or your emotion. So, Donatella, how do you feel now?
Feel really relaxed and really happy and ready to go.
Me too. Very present in the
Yeah,
moment.
absolutely. Good. So at home, how are you feeling? Can we listen to you to how you're feeling at home? Just write in the chat now how you're feeling. Well,
Well,
Michele, thank you. Good. Okay, all well, good, better, yes.
better.
So that's remember this, remember the hugging breath. Take a photo, remember the hugging breath because it's something that you can do wherever you are. So just remember that's and do it with your children every day. So let's all see how our week has been so far. Okay, so let's do the actions together. So we've got calm, let's repeat calm,
Calm.
wavy, wavy, bumpy, bumpy, swirly, prickly, tangled, sad, and happy. So how has your week been, Vanessa? And can you write in the chat? Can you all write in the chat? Remember, it can be 2 things together or 3 things together.
So it's been
Vanessa, how's yours been?
swirly and happy.
Yeah, mine's
Swirly
been
and happy.
swirly and happy, I think. Let's see what we've got. Have we got any?
Everyone's feeling very well.
Yeah, very well.
A
Happy
happy
week.
week.
Have it very well. Happy. Okay, very well. Very good. Okay, feeling great.
Wavy and
Wavy and
bumpy.
bumpy. Calmly, Anna. Okay, good. Swirly. Yeah, swirly. Okay, very good. So remember to do this with your children. Well, we had just before we begin, we thought we'd start just as a sort of reminder, as many of you will know, that last week there was a royal state visit to Italy. And Vanessa and I were privileged to be able to meet His Majesty the King and Her Majesty the Queen on a few occasions. But this is one that it's nice to just celebrate here at the Villa Volkonsky. And I'm presenting the Queen with a reader. And Vanessa, what are you doing?
Because they were here for their 20th anniversary, some children in our school made some happy wedding anniversary cards for them, and I was giving them to her, and she said, "How sweet and how lovely." That was her comment.
That's nice, yeah. And we've got the Queen's equerry there looking over. So
Yeah,
there we go.
lovely young man.
Yeah. Okay, very good. So anyway, and more on that later, but there are royal characters in Disney stories.
That's
So which
right.
ones can you name? Let's see. Let's see if anyone can put any in the chat. Any royal characters?
There are lots.
There are lots. Okay, let's
I can think of one that isn't on there as
who
well.
have we got here? Who have we got here?
Oh, well, one with long hair,
Who's that?
Rapunzel, I believe. And then this is it? It's not Elsa, is it?
It's a sister. Yeah, it's Elsa's sister.
Elsa's sister. Can you help us with the name, anyone?
We can look it up. Who have we got there? Princess Merida Brave.
Anna.
Anna.
Anna, thank you.
Oh, you're all very good.
See,
Thank you.
I knew you knew.
And basically, these are the wonderful flashcards that you get. And as you can see, you've got Anna's hand there, so the children will remember better as well. So very good. Now, I'd like you to meet my helper today. Mickey Mouse is in the Corredo del Docente for Disney Stars and Heroes level for the Prima. And why have we got a puppet? Why have we got Mickey Mouse? Well, there are lots of ways to use puppets in the classroom, but Mickey's very special. He all the Disney characters have particular characteristics, and Mickey Mouse is very positive. He's very kind. He's very determined, and he's got curiosity as well. He's also a symbol of perseverance, and he always faces challenges with optimism and resourcefulness. So he tries to find solutions. He encourages friendship and teamwork, and he's often portrayed as the glue that holds his pals together. So he's always there helping. And this is really good because this means that, you know, in the classroom, you've got a wonderful model there. You've got Mickey. The children can take turns to take him home. They can make a little house for him in the classroom. So Mickey can become your friend and help your children. Let's have a bit more revision here. So who have we got here? Who have we got? Let's see if people can write it. Oh, Jane. Super fast. Yep, we've got Nemo and Forky. Forky's one of my favorites, I must say. And then who have we got here? Are they getting it? Yeah, very good. Yeah. Oh God, very quick.
Well done.
Okay, well done. Olaf and Mike from
excellent. They're all very up on their Disney characters.
Yeah. And which film does Mike come from? Let's see. Okay. Yep.
Anna Chiara, she's on it.
Yeah, Anna Chiara. And this just shows us, just to give you a little taste, we're just saying goodbye to school. This is Mike's first day at school.
This is Mike.
And you can see his courageous there,
This
just stepping into
is
school.
Mike's school. Wow! Whee! Let's play. Come on, Mike.
We've got some imperatives there anyway. As you can see, you've got the wonderful Disney films. Oh, I'm just going to try and move that on. So, and these are a huge resource for all the teachers to be able to use. So why is my Disney Stars and Heroes so special? Well, as you've seen, you've got that magic of Disney. You've got, it's fascinating. The students know and love it. So you've got absolutely fantastic teachers support and resources, and we're going to show you some of them today. You've got it's specifically created for Italy and for the teachers in Italy, for the students in Italy, for the number of hours a week, and for your classroom situations. And also we have the social emotional learning curriculum. This is really important. As we know, we're not just educators teaching maths and science or history and English, but we're also educators and teaching everything. So that's really important, students' well-being and values as well. And also lots of culture and crafts to teach culture, but also to help students with their fine motor skills, which are so important now. So we all know, and research proves, that engaged children will learn better. And we can start our songs with Disney, start our lessons with a happy song. So here we go.
Starter unit. Hello and goodbye. Activity 1. Listen, sing and act.
Hello, hello, hello friends. Hello, hello, hello friends. Hello, hello, hello teacher. Hello, hello, hello heroes. Hello, hello, hello teacher.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Did you like that at home? Yes. Okay. That's great.
Starter unit.
Okay. So who is your favorite Disney character? We've seen these. And what's your favorite Disney story? Oh, this is a difficult one here. Although lots of people get it right straight away. Which film do we see Forky in? We got Cinderella, Nemo. Which film do we see Forky in? Here's a clue. This is the episode where Forky gets made. Yeah, Toy Story. Absolutely. There you go. Oppo, you got that right first. This is a nice, I'm just going to move forward and show you. There we go. We've got Bonnie's first day at school, and this is right at the beginning. So it's lovely because it fits in with the students and it's her first day at school. She's not very happy. And this is interesting because from something negative, something happy happens. So she's not very happy. She's sitting on her own. The children won't play with her.
Let's make a toy.
And he takes all the toys away.
Oh no. Look at Woody. Crayons. A pencil. It's blue. Two pencils. Bonnie says, let's make a toy. Who's this? Wow,
Oh,
it's Forky.
there you go. And you can, I'll leave it with you there so you can carry on watching. So today we're going to be looking at social emotional learning, and social emotional learning is essential for fostering a positive and inclusive classroom. Okay, so here we have the 5 areas that CASEL, which is an organization in America at the Yale Center for Child Study, and they coined the term and have done a lot of research on it. And we're talking about consapevolezza di sé, so recognizing emotions, controlling your emotions and your thoughts and your values. Consapevolezza sociale, so empathy with others, competenze and abilità relazionare, and maintaining positive relations, and then developing responsible decision making. For example, ethical choices, values, decision making. And basically, these 5 areas are in the My Disney Stars and Heroes. You will find them in every single unit. And there is actually a lesson dedicated to this as well. So you can do lovely citizenship projects as well. So let's look at self-awareness. So Vanessa, do you want to tell us about self-awareness?
Yeah, this is really important for you to understand and get the kids to understand about their own emotions, and understanding their strengths and areas for growth. Okay, so it's really important that they, in the class, especially in the English class, are building self-confidence, because obviously speaking English, they need to have self-confidence in order to interact in the class. So it's a really important area to start developing in the classroom. And a really nice way to do it is to ask about their emotions and ask them how they're feeling, because we tend to, if I say, how are you? Our answer tends to be, oh, well, or good, thank you. Whereas you can be testing their emotions and finding out how they're actually feeling that day. And that can also happen throughout the lesson, and you can understand, maybe take the temperature of the lesson to see how they're feeling. And it's okay to say if they're angry. So it's really important to know how they're feeling, where their strengths are, identifying those, and where they need to grow. And obviously this is all connected to their self-confidence and self-esteem.
Okay, fantastic. And what about this, Vanessa?
It hasn't gone ahead. Okay, so yes, so we need to, as we said with the emotions, we need to be checking in every day with our students' emotions, but we also need to be checking in with our own emotions. Okay, so a daily check-in is really important. It's connected obviously to the Agenda 2030. It's number 3 in good health and well-being. Really important to remember as teachers that you can't pour from an empty cup. You need to be checking in with yourself, finding out how your emotions are and making sure you're okay before actually asking if they're okay and giving them help in their own social emotional awareness. So it's really important to think about yourself first and remember to look after yourself as well. So having these daily check-ins during the lesson, beginning of the lesson, end of the lesson. So there's lots of, this book is really good because it creates lots of opportunities and crafts that you can use in the class, which kind of make it fun. And it obviously means if they don't want to tell you, they can show you through visuals, because sometimes they may not want to tell you, but they may want to come up to you and say, look, today I'm feeling a bit worried, or I'm feeling a bit angry, or I'm feeling happy. So you can use these simple tools like emotion charts and this emotion wheel, which is in Stars and Heroes 2, to help build this self-awareness and validate their emotions. So, you know, they're actually contributing to the class rather than just saying, I'm feeling well and I'm feeling okay. And you can contribute as well, because they need to understand if you're feeling angry that day, if you're,
Absolutely.
because we're all human, you know, so if they, you know, maybe they're a bit kinder if they know their teacher's feeling angry today. So it's really important to, you know, to have this kind of, you know, sharing emotions during the lesson and identifying them, of course.
We're also very lucky. We've got Inside Out, and here we've got an example of identifying my emotions through the characters there in Inside Out, and students very familiar with that. So it really does help them understand perhaps better. So, and here, what have we got here, Vanessa? We've got a little emotions mini
A
book.
mini book. I can see Donacella's got it in her hands. This is
Yes.
really easy to make. So they just fold it and keep it with them every day. Refer to it each
Feeling
English lesson.
excited.
So you can ask them, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling excited.
Okay.
There you go.
Or you can mime the emotion and they tell you the emotion. So today I'm feeling,
Oh, hold on a minute. I'll just find that one. Yeah, there you go. And then they can show, and also by going through their book,
angry.
and also Mickey can help. He can help.
That's right. Because Mickey will help them. They may want to tell Mickey and they may not want to tell us. That could be. So this is a lovely, lovely expression. So follow your dreams. They know the way. So what's
Okay.
your big dream? It's really nice for them to think about. So this kind of self-awareness about the future as well, becoming responsible for the future. What is my dream? Everyone can have a dream. And what am I going to do to achieve that dream? Okay. And then you've got some examples of children who have their dreams and what they're going to do and what do they need to do in order to achieve that dream.
Absolutely. And here we've also got an example of one of the pages from the unit actually about understanding other people's feelings. So it starts off with understanding our own and then other people. And also that idea of being a hero. Being a hero is, you know, a super citizen. So really just getting our students to notice. So watch and listen to understand your friend's feelings. So getting students to be empathetic. This is, you know, look and write, then circle how your friend feels today. Okay. So it's not something abstract. It's actually looking around your classroom. This is really, really important. And you will notice the difference. Okay, and also, so we've got here Dreaming Big, we've seen that. This is in Quinta. So again, in Quinta, they're going into Scuola Media, so beginning to get them to think about the future. And also here, this is really important, managing fears. Some of the students, especially in a transition year like Quinta Elementare, that are going into Scuola Media might be worried. Not all of them going to Scuola Media with their friends, you know, some of them are going to a new school, so, or even if they have got friends, that might be difficult for them. So, you know, again, acknowledging that and just getting them to notice, all very important. And here we've got self-management. So Vanessa, tell us about self-management.
Okay, so we've discovered the different emotions. So what we need to do is say that these emotions are okay, but when do you have them? Okay, so maybe you're scared. So recognizing what signs there are in the body for when you're feeling like we saw before. Maybe you're feeling stressed, you've got a tummy ache. So, and learning how to regulate them. So giving them tools that they can use in order to just basically regulate their behaviours in different situations that they find throughout the school year, and also managing stress. Okay, so managing stress just doesn't happen overnight. It happens with short practices. Okay, so we can implement those in the classroom and keep going with that and practice with them through mindfulness practices. Okay, so this is a really nice practice because we've found that children, obviously, when you say you need to focus on your breath, they find it quite difficult to focus on their breath, although we breathe all the time, because obviously they may try and exaggerate the breathing. So giving them something to focus on that isn't their breath, but giving them something that they can take with them and they have it all the time is their hand. And this is called the finger breathing. Okay, so we can do this together. Okay, so basically you need your hand and your index finger here. Okay, so you start at the bottom of your hand here, and basically your finger is going to follow your breathing. Okay, so basically you start here and you start by breathing in, and as you breathe in you come to the top of your thumb, and then as you're going to change and breathe out, you start moving down your thumb, so your finger is following your breath. Okay, so everyone's going to have different movement because their breath is going to be different. So continuing to breathe in, okay, and just finding their breath, breathing out, okay. And this fact might actually relax them, this actually touching their hands and following their breath. So breathing in and breathing out, and then maybe do it a second time, but getting them just to slow down the second time. So breathing in and just slowing it down a little bit, and breathing out, and then telling them that maybe their mind may go to other places, but that's normal. Just bring their focus of attention back to their finger following their breath. Okay, so they're breathing in and out and actually making a conscious with the sound of breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and this helps students. You'll find that they will be able to, this is a really good practice just for them to recognize when they need to calm down, when they're angry, when they're worried, when they're anxious. Okay, so this is something that they can do to regulate this emotion, and maybe it doesn't go away, but it might make them feel a little bit better and take their focus of attention off of that and bring it onto something new, on something in the present, really bringing them into the present. And maybe you can tell them that they can use it before a test or an interrogation or something that they're not feeling very easy about. Okay, so don't forget that mindfulness is spreading the seeds. Okay, not everyone is going to probably take this up willingly, but they're tools that we're giving them. Okay, so these are the instructions for finger breathing, and this is, you'll find this in Billy Book and you may already know it, but really is something to do maybe at the beginning of a lesson, or when you're having a transition at the end of the lesson when they're being really noisy. Okay, let's just do a finger breathing. And you can also not just focus on the hand, there are other tools that you can use, and that's following a star. So these are shapes that they can follow, so they're breathing in and they're counting. Okay, so it's just taking their focus onto something else, which could become what we call our anchor. Another practice that you can do, because these are all different practicing. So we've got the hugging breath, we've done the finger breathing. This is another mindfulness practice, and it's very useful to actually bring students to be aware and notice what is around them by activating their five senses. Because obviously by activating the five senses, they're bringing themselves into the present, and you can give them something which we call a mindful walk, which obviously in spring there's lots of things they can look for. So basically you're asking them to, you can go for a walk in the school, you can go for a walk in the garden, you can give it to them as homework, but you're getting them to feedback what they can see, what they can hear, what they can smell, taste and touch. And then you can bring it back into the classroom and maybe have a classroom poster where everybody feeds back all the different things they could see and they could hear and they could smell, and just sharing all of the different sensations that they feel. And this kind of sense of sharing is actually giving them this want to participate in the classroom, and to remember the next time they go for a walk to continue to do this, to make walking an actual mindful experience. And then, as
Okay.
it said, in the end is developing gratitude and being grateful for all of these things you saw. Now, we mentioned before about the hand being your anchor. Finding your anchor in mindfulness in life is really important, because your anchor is literally what it does. It anchors you to the present. It grounds you in the moment when you need to be really present, because we all have situations where we need to be present. For example, when you're going to do a webinar, hey Donatella, or when you're going to be doing a teacher meeting, or maybe you have to talk to the president. This is all things that you can do yourself. And these things, bringing yourself into the present, finding your anchor, is really important in mindfulness. So Donatella, you're going to tell us a little about hand, eye and eye coordination.
Absolutely. So we've got the wonderful culture and crafts album, and you can see that here. There you go. Mickey's holding it up. And basically, this really does help with scissor skills, hand-eye coordination. So this builds our hand strength. The muscles, opening, closing scissors, helps them to build up their small muscles in their hands. These muscles are important for things like everyday activities, drawing, using cutlery, brushing your teeth and getting dressed. And children learn to watch where they're cutting, using their eyes to guide on how they should move next. And this is important for activities like playing sports, getting dressed and cooking. And here we've got some activities. For example, you can make some the Union Jack flag. We had the royal visit. You can have a British day or an English language learning day in your school. Lots of ideas. We've got the Easter Bunny, which Mickey Mouse has made here. They go with origami. And origami is proven to improve concentration. So very easy origami here, but they glisten and they fold. And focus is really required on every fold and crease, which helps the students keep their attention in the present moment. And also here we've got a Big Ben that I've made, and a London bus, and we've got the song. Shall we sing it together, Vanessa? Oh, what happened there?
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse runs off the clock. The clock strikes one, the mouse shouts run. Hickory dickory dock, tick tock, tick tock. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse runs off the clock. The clock strikes through, the mouse shouts blue. Hickory dickory dock, tick tock, tick tock.
Okay. And here, for example, a lovely activity is to make the origami house, and you've got all of the instructions. Just to show you, if she's here, hello Isabella. This is an example here. You can call it a happy house, an Easter house. This is something they could do, now, and decorate it with Easter and spring flowers. And here, this was actually Vanessa's little street up the top there. And there we've got a little village as well. Isn't that lovely? So there you go, make a happy town. So and then social awareness. Okay, so social awareness is all about understanding and empathizing others, different backgrounds. We've got diversity. Now we can also look at focusing on the positives, and we've got a wonderful example with Joy. Joy's there in the headquarters of Riley's Brain in Inside Out, and she helps manage calm and just really get all the emotions to work together. And also she thinks positive. So you can get your students to make a positive thinking jar. They can write all their positive messages in there, and then they can keep it just to really nurture that positivity. And Vanessa, tell us about the kindness tree.
Right, this is a kindness tree that you can do in the classroom, and as you can see, this is something that we've developed going around the country with different teachers, and you can focus on little acts of kindness that they have received today. So there's also receiving but giving acts of kindness. And by writing it down on the leaf and building the tree, so it's not just one day you focus on this, you focus it over a period of time. They can literally write down what acts of kindness they received today. and it's really amazing how many different acts of kindness that people receive, and they can read each other's. If they can't explain it in English, you can do it in Italian, because obviously we're talking about kindness here. So it's good for them to get ideas from other people about what it is. What is kindness? So Donatella, have you received an act of kindness today?
Yes, I have. I received some really kind words from teachers and students in a classroom I visit. How about you, Vanessa?
Yeah, I had someone actually give up their parking space for me today, which
Oh, wow.
was a lovely act of kindness. And I was very happy for that. So I should be writing that on my leaf. And then you can just keep adding to the tree so it's growing
It grow.
with lots of kindness.
Good. And we've also got relationship skills. So here, these are also brought out in the stories and in the presentation video. So each unit of Disney starts with one of the stories, and this is a very famous film. It's Luca. It's based in Italy, and here we've got a question: who is kind? Julia is kind.
Mm.
This is Luca and his friend Alberto. Look, fish. Luca says, "Oh no." Alberto
Hope you like these videos.
says, "Mmm, I like fish." Luca says, "I like ice cream." Let's have some ice cream, Alberto. Alberto says, "Yes, good idea." I've got pink ice cream. Luca says, "I've got green ice cream. It's yummy." Look, pasta for lunch and water. Thank you, Julia. You're kind. Oops. Luca says, "I'm sorry." What's this? Is it pizza? No, it's pasta. Yum! I like pasta, says Luca.
And you can imagine the satisfaction of the students understanding these very short stories. And also learning the target vocabulary of the unit. So relationship skills, building and maintaining relationships, communicating, resolving conflicts constructively. And we've got lots of role-playing activities as well. Role plays help young learners to talk with each other, to share ideas. And by playing roles, children can also build their confidence as well. So they can pretend that they're someone. And we've got sort of lots and lots of examples. We can also have an afternoon tea, and all of the role plays are linked to sort of cultural connections here. So there you've got, and you can have little sort of scenarios and scenes in your classroom. And here we've got that wonderful, they can actually make a little teapot here. And we've got the little poem, "I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here's my handle, here's my spout." Okay, and then it does continue. And then we've got dialogues, again, role plays. This is a cultural one on bonfire night. And then finally, responsible decision making, very, very important, helping students to make choices about behaviour, evaluating consequences of actions. And here we've got these lessons to guide us. So sharing ideas, working together as a team, very important. Same and different, so the idea of diversity, okay. So the benefits of social emotional learning: improving school results. There's lots and lots of research. Improving your health and your well-being, managing stress and anxiety. So we've got a real opportunity as teachers, not just to teach English or other subjects, but also to really help our students and give them guidance. And Disney, my Disney stars and heroes will help you do that. Encourages good behaviour, and prepares for life. So giving students those skills. So now everybody wants to know what is there for the teacher? Well, there is a wonderful teacher's book in Italian, tutto in italiano, so it's Guido Pronto Usa, manuale a colori con tutte le risposte già in posto, so no work, no effort. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful posters for the walls, and this is an example. Absolutely wonderful, really big flashcards so that you can see them, and really nice quality. Word cards as well. And of course, Mickey Mouse, yes, they all know. And also fantastic digital platform where you've got the presentation tool and lots of other resources as well. You've also got the prove, the new prove for the valutazione, and also INVALSI practice. So lots of things. Mickey Mouse. Here we've got the guida docente, all of the programmazione, just to show you what the teacher's book looks like. It's in colour, so it's easy to use, really nice to look at. Teach off the page, navigation, and lots and lots of ideas for culture. You've got the flashcards for every unit and all the characters as well, word cards, really good quality flashcards, and also story cards. And the story cards for all the stories have got the words on the back, the sentence, so you can read what's written, if you and also it gives you some questions as well to ask as well. So lots of ideas and activities there, and they're really big, so you can see them at the back of the class. We've got the prove, so we've got all the nuova valutazione and all the tests, and there's also more on the nuova valutazione on the Sanoma website. But for Disney, you've actually got the griglia, all of the new information as well. So lots and lots of things. Paula says wonderful, absolutely, yeah. And then this truly is wonderful, the digital platform, very easy to use, really clear. Just look at that, super. If you do have a limb in your class, it's great. If you don't, you can just with the QR code, the audio and the videos on your phone. Okay, so all there, easy to use. And these posters, so teachers have asked for posters on the wall, so you have lots of them. This is a lovely one of the alphabet, lowercase and uppercase, just some examples here. So you've got the stars here, you've got shapes, colors, numbers, weather, and here also in a context, so you can actually see something from one of the Disney movies as well. So again, really nice, and this will help memory recall. And the myself and others posters, so these are all about the feelings, so I can welcome new friends, I can say how I feel, I can express my emotions, I can ask for help, I can make new friends. So these are just lovely, so you can put them all on your walls. So let's see if we've got any questions. Yeah, Mickey, spectacular. Oh, that's good. I'm glad, Esmeralda, you're yeah, no, absolutely. And this is just a summary of everything, so lots and lots of information. What about the student? Okay, so the student gets the student's book and the workbook all together, and also the wonderful culture and crafts album. So no photocopying. You never have to photocopy or send things home to parents. All done, all there. And also really good quality paper. as well. And also in Quarta and Quinta, they get My Grammar Friend as well. They get a grammar book as well with rules and activities. There's also the Easy Learning book, and we've got Vanessa and Sylvia Minardi. They are the authors. So Vanessa, tell us about the Easy Learning. It's parallel, isn't it? But
Yeah, it's
focusing.
parallel. It's for students obviously with special needs who maybe need to slow it down a bit more. So if you've got
I
a support teacher, they can use the book and they can teach alongside with what you're teaching. So it runs along with the book and does the same thing, but obviously in a lighter way that will appeal obviously more to people who have special needs in the classroom.
Okay, fantastic. Congratulations. And we've also, as I said, we've got the culture and crafts. Teachers have asked us specifically to help students with those fine motor skills. And the easy learning, the picture dictionary as well. So in the students' book, they've also got an area called the picture dictionary, and where this is also really helpful for pre-writing. Okay, so and the pre-writing also goes into Seconda, so you can see there really
My
helping them. And the little finger puppets, origami, and also didactic stickers. So they've got these wonderful didactic stickers, and didactic stickers. Oh, there you go. I'm just going to show you. They're at the back of the book there, and these are really important because there's a whole movement in terms of education on didactic stickers, and these are things like locating the stickers. They have to find it, then they have to peel, they have to apply it and remove it, and that is a skill as well. So it's something again to teach the students. Then they have to stick it in the right place, they have to choose. So again, we're looking at special awareness and cognitive skills, and this is really important, and you can help your students do that. So
and the patience. And
yes.
the patience not to take them all out and stick them, do them when waiting for when they need to do it.
Mouse is so popular. There we go, the easy learning. There we go. And a unit walkthrough. So I'm just going to talk to you very quickly now through the unit. So the unit's open. As you can see, it's really clear, really easy. You know where you are. You can open the book and just teach from the page. So you've got your topic, which is also introduced through a video, if you like, okay? And that also connects with the curriculum of the personal social skills, the socio-emotional learning. So, for example, here we're talking about being kind. Okay, you've got the vocabulary as well, and your students can collect their little stickers. Then you've got the wonderful video. Now, we've seen that before, so I'll move on. Oh, and then we've got lesson 2, we've got the vocabulary, controlled practice, and then more open practice. So here, for example, they're writing or they're drawing, they're actually drawing. Then listen and point, lots and lots of listening, okay? Listen and point, listen and match, listen and sing. So again, really, really important. And then you've got a story that's not Disney, it's story time, and here it's related to the theme. So here it's related to food. It's all about lunchtime and lunchbox and the merenda. Now this is a situation that happens in every class. Very often there's one little boy or girl that comes to school and hasn't got their merenda, and here we've got children that are helping and sharing. So again, it's situations that are related to the vocabulary but also helping. And then we've got more on vocabulary and then also values as well. We've also introduced CLIL and STEAM. So these are things that are important that you can develop as well. And in the teacher's guide, there's lots and lots of ideas on how to teach CLIL and STEAM. So again, storytelling. Tell us about when we want to tell a story, Vanessa.
Yeah.
How can we set it up?
So yeah, the most important thing about one of the important things is how you set your story time up. So make sure that everybody's sitting comfortably upright like a prince or a princess or a king or a queen. And then you can say to everyone to draw a bubble around themselves. So you're creating this moment of concentration where they're not going to be disturbed by each other. And then get them to find their ears. And what are they using their ears for? To listen, okay? So they find them they pack them and they can activate their ears. Okay, so you've got them focused on you, focused on the book, and then ready to go fully in the present. And then you read the story, obviously, in the best way that you know how to read a story, with the story cards or with the storybook. And then after the story, remember to thank your ears and then get some feelings out. How do they feel now? Has the story had an effect on them? Ask them if they like the story. What was their favourite page? And obviously all the after telling story activities that there are in telling a story. So there's lots that you can do before to make that experience just happen a lot better in the classroom.
And here we've got a little video as well. We've seen the Luca, so I'm going to move on. Values and storytelling and video time, more storytelling.
Story time.
There you go.
Story time. Activity 1.
And this
Activity
you can
2.
listen.
Listen to the story. Point.
Okay, so all the stories are recorded, and then they can make a little mini book, and this is wonderful because they can take it home and they can tell their family. And at the end of the year, your students will be able to tell lots and lots of stories. So again, really helping them. Also, values are important in stories, and here we've got one of the stories that's from very famous Disney story. Can you guess? Which
Lion
story is
King.
this? Yeah, have we got that? Yeah, very good. Okay. Yeah, Jane, you're a Disney queen.
Look at the animals. I can see zebras.
This is lovely because you're actually learning about animals, but within the context of the Lion
And
King.
an elephant.
So what
It's big.
better way to learn?
Look,
And you really want to
bird.
engage children like this, and the vocabulary will be more memorable. Just watch it for another few moments.
Look, I can see a monkey. It's Rafiki. And a lion. It's Mufasa. And Simba. He's
Oh.
small.
Yeah, there we go.
It's Zazu. He's a bird.
Okay, there we go. So again, mini books, story cards, flashcards to introduce the stories as well. And you can also play games. So we can play follow the leader. So fly like a bird, and we can fly like a bird. Walk like a lion, and we can walk like a lion. Jump like a monkey, jump like a monkey. And then you show the flashcard of the bird and they all move. So again, lots and lots of games. And these are games that are in the teacher's book. So we can play lots and lots of other things, the role plays, festivals and culture. Puppets as well. Puppets are great because Mickey can watch the story, so he can be an emulator of good behaviour. He can interact, he can ask them questions. So you can use Mickey in different ways. And also the finger puppets as well that they've got in the culture and crafts album. They can make their finger puppets. So again, you can say goodbye to your photocopy machine. You don't need that ever again. Lots and lots of other stories as we go into Quarta and Quinta as well, more classic tales and seasons and festivities. And here's a nice activity for spring. We will share this with you. And basically, it's very nice. It's let's repeat the words, and then when you hear the words in the song, you've got to stand up. So let's say this together. Blossom. You can repeat at home. Flower,
Flower,
rabbit,
rabbit,
chick. Oh, sorry, egg,
egg,
chick,
chick,
lamb. So let's
lamb.
play this together.
Spring is here.
We'll just do it for a bit.
Activity 2. Listen and sing. Then stand up when you hear these things.
He loves this song. Okay, that's absolutely
I love
fantastic.
that song. It's very
Yeah,
catchy. You have a
absolutely.
question.
Oh, I'm in need of advice. In my third class, I'm using Billy Bot for next year. Can I have a job? Yeah, you can adopt the course in Quarta starts with a revision. So and basically it follows a sort of very typical syllabus and curriculum that you have in Italian schools. So you can, it's designed specifically. Quarta is a new cycle, so it's designed specifically to start in Quarta and carry on. So if you're using other courses, you can move on to Disney, no problem. And Mickey's got all excited. There you go. So and here we've got, just to give you another example, because I know people want to hear some of the songs, I've chosen the spring.
It's spring.
This is a nice
Activity 3. Listen,
and
chant,
you have got an
and
Easter
act.
basket to make as well.
I've got a basket with 4 eggs. Yellow, orange, green, and red.
Okay,
It-
and there we go. And also we've got our classic spring mini book. Remember, you've got the spring basket that you can all ask your Pearson Agenti for. Pre-writing, very important. Now, teachers are saying this is becoming more and more difficult. Yesterday, Flavia Franco at the Primaria Day in Rome really gave some wonderful advice on, handwriting as well. And little children are just becoming more and more obviously used not to writing. So these skills, so we've brought pre-writing into Seconda as well. So there's lots of tracing and careful help for students. And you find that as well, don't you, Vanessa?
Yeah.
That they really need more help. And
But
then
even
you
if
just
they can write, they like doing it
yeah,
because it
it's good
helps
because
them
it's
train.
reassuring, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's very, it builds
it's
their
very
self-confidence. Yeah.
absolutely. And you've also got again, remember the QR code on the page. So in your school, in your class, just QR code, and you can have all the audios and the videos. Okay, INVALSI. Teachers are asking about INVALSI. There's lots of INVALSI in Quarta and Quinta. There's a page dedicated to Ready for INVALSI, towards INVALSI. So and you've got all of the INVALSI task types. So you give your students lots of practice for the listening and for the reading. Okay, so again, really important. And lots of grammar maps as well for the Quarta and the Quinta, so that they get to see how the systems work, and it's all very visual as well. So there we go. Okay. Again, really important in Quinta. We all remember that students are going to go to Scuola Media. So that whole thing about transition, and Vanessa and I are both mindfulness trainers, and transition is really, really important. Those transition moments in our lives. So from materna to elementare, from terza to quarta, and also from quinta to Scuola Media, and then so forth. So again, here, for example, we actually do this as a class. How do you feel? Really being open about it with the kids, and also some suggestions, about saying positive find out. So again, it's an opportunity for the teacher as well and the students to work together and do more on that topic. Lots and lots of festivals and culture. This is a little story here about Guy Fawkes. We've got lots of those. And remember as well, this is a shout out, so that your students in Quarta and Quinta can prepare for the Pearson English International Certificate Young Learners. If you'd like to find out more, please ask your Sanoma or your Pearson representative. We've got a test centre, we've got test centres all over Italy. Vanessa is also one of our test centres here today. And the students can actually also do the Pearson English International Certificate from A1 to C2. Sorry, they're not the students, the teachers as well. Or you might have friends or families or anybody, you know, that needs a certificazione. The Pearson English International Certificate is now recognised by the Ministry of Education and Merit. It's on the list. So that's for the personale scolastico. So very important. So remember that, find out more information. So again, this is the wonderful Disney, My Disney Stars and Heroes. So there's also a culture book for level 5. I didn't have the photo. Remember Billy Bart as well? Yes, absolutely. And Go Kids Gold. So all of that available for you. If you want to find out more about My Disney Stars and Heroes, the Sanoma has got a wonderful website. You've also got the Relazione on there. Ask your Pearson agenti. You can also activate a demo of the digital. And we started with hello. So we're going to end.
Hello and goodbye. Activity 5. Listen, sing and act.
Goodbye, 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 friends. Goodbye, 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 teacher. Goodbye, 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 heroes.
And the heroes are the students.
Goodbye, 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 teacher.
Hello.
Okay. And remember, over the Easter holidays, self-care is important for all you wonderful teachers. So let's say this together, everybody. When things feel overwhelming, remember one thought
at a
at a time, one task at a time, one day at a time. So thank you very much and have a absolutely wonderful Easter. I hope you've enjoyed the session, and it's been wonderful to see you all here today.
Really lovely. Oh,
Happy Easter, Leanna.
Happy Easter, Liana. And thank you all for coming, because you
Thank you
are
all for
officially on
coming.
holiday. So
Yeah,
you've taken a
absolutely.
part
Well
of your
done.
holiday to come and
Yeah,
see us.
happy holidays.
So thanks,
Absolutely.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Lots of lovely messages come through.
Yeah, no, lovely. Bye, Vanessa.
Bye,
Bye. Bye,
Donna.
Mickey.
Bye. Happy Easter.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.